Hello there, welcome. This is Wendy. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a paper crafter, blogger, YouTuber, and I make all things beautiful. So today, the supplies that I'm using are some new things and some old things, a mixture of both, and you can see those on the screen here. Okay, so these are the new papers from the Pick a Pattern paper pack. Say that 5 times fast. And I'm going to show them each to you because they're each worth showing. They're so adorable. I absolutely love this designer series paper stack because it's got a little something for everybody. It's got young, it's got older, it's got masculine, it's got the camera lover, the scrapbooking potential, and then it's just got some really wonderful, great, honest, great patterns, right? So I love this designer series paper pack. This is available June 1st, and again, it's called Pick a Pattern. So here are some of the patterns on the back. And so today I'm going to feature this one, the black and white, and then I'm going to put my 2 faves with it, a pink and a green. Of course, I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm using Flirty Flamingo to go with this. So they're all going to make a gorgeous card. And speaking of gorgeous, the stamp set that I'm using is called Happy Birthday Gorgeous. It is also a brand new stamp set that will be available to you beginning June 1st. If you are new to my YouTube channel, then you may not know this, but I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and so I sell Stampin' Up! Products, and we have a brand new catalog coming out June 1st, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I've been featuring a lot of brand new products that will be available at that time. So what I'm doing here is just layering down this piece of pattern paper. It is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I always have to think about that for a second. And so it just leaves this really small white edge all the way around, which is really fun and pleasing to the eye. And then I'm going to layer down my piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock, which is one of my favorite colors for sure. I love pink. It almost matches my fingernails perfectly. I did not plan that. So this piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Actually, take that back. This was cut at 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So then I've got a circle here from Whisper White cardstock, and it was cut using my stitched shape framelits. These are wonderful framelits. I highly recommend that you purchase these. These are available now. These are not June 1st item. You can also get the Flirty Flamingo paper now. That's also not a June 1st item. So I will be explaining those to you as I go through. All right, then I'm just going to turn over the card here and cut off the excess of this circle. I'm sure there's a simpler way to do this. Maybe you could just chop it off beforehand and then line it right up with the side of your card. But I really like putting it down first and then trimming away. So really you could put a sentiment on this and maybe a little embellishment and be done, because this, when I was looking at this, I'm like, this is really pretty just like this. It was very pleasing to the eye to me, but I had to go ahead and gob it up with a whole bunch more stuff. So I'm using the Mayflower Framelits. The Mayflower Framelits are sticking with us. That's these right here. They are not going anywhere. They will be in the new catalog, but they are also in the current catalog. So if you want to get your hands on those, you can purchase them now. No need to wait. Look at this gorgeous flower that it cuts out. I believe this flower is intended to be a dahlia. I love dahlias. One of my very favorite flowers, and I actually have like a huge dahlia that's supposed to bloom every year. It's called a dinner plate dahlia. It never gets big, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Either it's not getting enough sun, or I don't know if the size of the pot that it's in can affect how big it will bloom or how big it will be, but it just never does a big show for me, and it kind of bums me out. All right, moving on past my flower problems. I have some gorgeous lemon lime twist ribbon here, and I'm going to add that to this card. you really would not have to add this, but I just really wanted to make a card that had a lot of layers and kind of more fancy. This is what I call a fancy card because it's got a bunch of layers and stuff going on in it. The Lemon Lime Twist ribbon will be available June 1st, along with all the other in colors, this same type of ribbon here. This ribbon is beautiful. It's very soft. It ties really nicely. I'm really happy with it. I cut it a little too short here, so I struggle just a smidge getting it tied on. But yeah, it's a great color. All the in colors are great colors, but you know, I just keep going back to this one. One of my faves, one of my faves. So tying on my ribbon here, and then I'm going to finish this card off by adding all of my other layers and doing some stamping. Of course, when I add ribbon, I always have to trim away the excess on the ends with my paper snips. FYI, if you don't have a good set of scissors and you need some, these paper snips are $10, which I know probably sounds like a lot of money for a pair of scissors, but they are the best scissors I've ever used. They're really good, and you can resharpen them and just keep reusing them. So if you need a good pair of scissors, pick up a pair of paper snips when you place an order with me. All right, so now I've got this piece of pick a pattern paper, and it is cut at 1¼ inches wide, and then I think it was like 3½ inches long. It doesn't really matter how long it was because I just trimmed off as much as I wanted from the bottom and created that little fishtail or ribbon end, whatever you prefer to call it. I like calling it a fishtail. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back here like I've done and lay it down, kind of overlapping the ribbon, but it pops up, so it gives some more dimension to this card, which is fun. And then the very last step is going to be doing some stamping. Of course, we got to finish off the card with stamping. So this is pretty much the card, except for the stamping pieces. So I'm going to add one more flower here, or I should say leaf, and it's going to be kind of coming off the top. So I'm adding a dimensional to the end because I need it to be the same height off of the paper as the little tag that I just added there. That's the pick a pattern paper. And then I'm going to add some fine tip glue to the other end so that it will adhere well to the pick a pattern paper. How many times do you think I've said that in this video? All right, so there's that layer. Now we're going to do the stamping. I've got this little tag that I've punched out of the tag punch, and that is available now. That's a punch that you can purchase. I am like, this video is full of a bunch of peas. So I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I always prefer this ink or the basic black archival ink when I am stamping in photopolymer. And I'm going to stamp the Happy Birthday sentiment. And this is from the Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set, which is a fantastic little stamp set. And then I'm going to stamp some flowers and some leaves. So the flowers I'm going to stamp off once so that I'm doing, this is called second generation stamping. So I'm getting a little bit lighter pink color when I'm stamping these flowers down on the edges. And then I'm going to go full speed with my layer on top. So you can see it creates kind of a little bit lighter look underneath, and then my lines or my outline is darker. Then I'm going to come in with my gorgeous Lemon Lime Twist, which is just the perfect bright green color, I have to tell you. I just love it. It's this beautiful bright yellow green. I'm eventually going to quit telling you how much I love this ink, okay? I promise. Just hang with me. All right, and then look at how pretty the little leaves are. Just makes the perfect little leaves. Now I feel like Bob Ross. The perfect little leaves. They're so happy. These happy little flowers. If you are not a Bob Ross fan, you should totally watch him on Netflix because he's awesome. I remember watching him as a little girl with my grandparents. It was one of our favorite programs to watch together. All right, so then I'm just going to take some snail adhesive, and I'm going to add this on top of the green leaf, and that will finish off this portion of the card, which you might think, God, Wendy, this is enough. We really don't need anything else on this card. Yes, we do. We so do. We need sequins. So I am currently absolutely 100%ly over the toply obsessed with the sparkling clear sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. I love these sequins. That's the punch I used, by the way. These sequins are gorgeous. They come in different sizes, they are clear, and they sparkle, just like the description says that they do. And they make a gorgeous embellishment to a card. And the best part of them is they're clear, so you can use them with any card that you make, essentially. So I've added like 5 sequins. I love, love, love how this card turned out. It's a little bit out of my normal comfort zone situation because I normally don't do cards with this many layers and colors, and it's definitely got some busyness to it, but I dig it. I think it's really fancy and pretty, and I really, really like how it turned out. So I hope you liked it too. If you need a new catalog and you are not a customer of mine, you are welcome to request one from me, and I will happily send you an invoice for shipping, and then I will send the catalog to you for free. The catalog itself is free, but I do request shipping. Thanks so much for tuning in with me today. If you want to watch any more of my videos, please click on either one of the videos that you see here on the screen. Click on my face to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment on my video. I always love nice comments. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Bye-bye.